Islam, Islam, Islam. Give me a minute, fam. How y'all doing? Okay. Islam. Let's get this court action going. Empire State of Morocco. Universal, sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, natural, divine, Moorish, American, Al-Moroccan consular court action and arrest command. MACW calls 0000000. Let me start over. 000000025. Date of action June 3rd, 1446, 2025. Time of action 3:30 post meridian. Cause of action unlawful occupation of sovereign original indigenous land. Platform. Okay. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3 Moorish American Al Moroccan consular court action. I am sovereign living justice Duran Edward Murrow in capitis diminutio nolo in red ink in proper prio persona su juris in proper prio solo and in proper prio heredis. My free chosen national appellation is Ogunwole Supreme 7 Solution Ill in capitis diminutio nolo in red ink in proper prio persona su juris in proper prio solo and in proprio heredis. We are the original indigenous sovereign ancient Al-Moroccan Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaoh of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original indigenous natural divine ancient Empire State of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. We hereby exercise all sovereign right at this time and at all points in time, non pro time. We are the most ancient sovereign court both at heaven and at earth. Ego sum, governing living justice Duran Edward Murrow Bay, in capitis diminutio nolo, in proper prio persona su juris, in proper prio solo, and in proper prio heredis. My free sovereign chosen nobility appellation is Ogunwole Supreme 7 Solution Ill, in capitis diminutio nolo, in proper prio persona su juris, in proper prio solo, and in proper prio heredis. My matrilineal ascendant appellation is Duran Edward Murrow. I am ascended from Empress Linda May Murrow, to whom I give eternal honor by my actions. And she is ascended from Empress Alice May Murrow, to whom I give eternal honor by my action. No United States corporation, company, person, nor their agents, principals, heirs, assigned, nor any derivative thereof has personam jurisdiction over me, nor over any of my brothers and sisters who are the sovereign Moorish nobility on this earth. Nobility on this earth. This universal sovereign lawful cause of action is manifested by the original indigenous sovereign natural divine people who are the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. The de jure Moorish American consulate and the de jure sovereign universal Article 3 Moorish American Al Moroccan Consular Court. The universal natural area code for this action, excuse me, code for this sovereign court is 4S3WV space QVKZ5. This cause of actions solving alphanumeric identifier is MACW plus CAUSE 000000025, which is noticed to appear to the named United States Corporation Company persons for unlawful occupation of our sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, ancestral land. The date that the United States Corporation Company persons were commanded to appear is today, Tuesday, June 3rd, 1444, on the sun calendar, 1445 on the moon calendar, and 2025 on the Gregorian Greco-Roman calendar at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 11:30 p.m. Coordinated Universal Time. I believe that 11:30 is correct. This video platform is recording at least two or more sovereign Moorish American witnesses present, and all who view this sovereign consular court action on the public record are witnesses as well. This audio and video platform does not in any way diminish the sovereign authority, universal power, nor the ancestral efficacy of the commands by this court, nor our consulate, nor our sovereign Moorish American government. Lawful notification was given to the said United States Corporation Company persons by way of the public record. All of the commerce by said United States Corporation Company persons has been terminated by way of our sovereign universal commercial code 1 lien. We, the justices of the Moorish American Consular Court, do hereby administer universal sovereign consular court actions in favor of all Moors where unlawful occupation of our sovereign original indigenous lands is proven, with nationality status being the proof necessary to activate our sovereign living courts to action. This cause of action is hereby placed on the public record for the public record, and letting the public record show that the United States Corporation Company persons are hereby called forth at this time, and you are commanded to state your name and nationality for the Moorish American people who are the Moorish National Republic federal government. Once you stated your name and nationality for the record, you would then be required to respond to 3 questions by this living court. Your only response to these questions shall be yes if yes is true, or no if no is true. You are commanded to say nothing further, and no questions will be answered by this sovereign court. At this time, we call for Debtor 1, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service. In all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 1420 Gardner Lane, Louisville, Kentucky, 40231. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next data. Oh, excuse me. Let me say it like this. Louis DeJoy, are you present? Okay. We'll let the court know that each debtor is Louis DeJoy. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to repeat the 13 debtors I have, because each debtor, what's distinctive about each one of them is the addresses. So I'm going to repeat the debtor's name, and I'm going to read the address. for each of the 13 debtors. Okay, I started with the first one. I'm going to the second one, second debtor. Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, in all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 411 South 4th Street, number 175, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Third debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 4440 Crittenden Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, 40221. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 1527 Highland Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, 40204. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 5301 Mr. Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, 40214. Phone number 502-316-9285. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 4600 Shelbyville Road, number 126, Louisville, Kentucky, 40207. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, Air Mail Facility Post Office, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 4440 Crittenden Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, 40221. Phone number 502-375-5907. Next data, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all assigns, agents, principals, hers, and derivatives thereof, at 7400 Jefferson Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40219. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 7519 Outer Loop, Louisville, Kentucky, 40228. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, 4772 Almond Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, 40209. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all hers, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, 119 Evergreen Road, Louisville, Kentucky, 40243. Phone number 1-800-275-8777. Next debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 2240 Tellersville Road, Suite 1, Louisville, Kentucky 40205. Phone number 1 800 275 8777. Next and last debtor, Louis DeJoy, DBA, Louis DeJoy, in all capital letters, DBA, United States Postal Service, and all heirs, assigns, principals, agents, derivatives thereof, at 3761 Johnson Hall Drive, Masonic Widow and Orphans Home, Kentucky 40041. Phone number 1 800 275 8777. All agents, principals, all heirs, all assigns, all derivatives thereof. Louis DeJoy, are you present? Or any representatives, agents, principals, heirs, assigns, or derivatives thereof, are you present? The name of the United States Corporation Company persons were called. Said United States Corporation Company persons failed to respond and failed to appear. Islam. Silence is acquiescence. Therefore, those who do not speak when commanded have consented to our universal sovereign jurisdictional authority by way of this sovereign ex parte action, as the United States Corporation Company persons did fail to appear and or respond point for point. Sovereign ex parte actions by the Supreme Justices, who are the living Moorish American Consular Court, are further affirmation that we know that we do not need the permission of anyone to lawfully govern our vast estate. And all United States Corporation Company persons are subject to this justice and all subsequent justice and commands by this court. Our sovereign government rulings are the supreme law for our land, even in matters ex parte. We, the people, do hereby state that those United States Corporation Company persons whose name were called are guilty of unlawful occupation in our sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, ancestral lands. All property on our lands is already in the sovereign possession of the heirs. In all United States Corporation Company persons, fraud has been removed from our sovereign resources. The American Provost Marshal is hereby notified and commanded to arrest you and place you at Guantanamo Bay Prison, where your decapitation shall occur. All who choose to live and breathe on our land are subject to us and shall obey all sovereign commands by us, and no public office nor property shall be held by said consenting subjects. We are the holy ones. We live. We are the keys to our abundant empire. Truly, I say to you, whatsoever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever we set free on earth is set free in heaven. Truly, I say to you, whatever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever we set free on earth is set free in heaven. I say to you, whatsoever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever we set free on earth is set free in heaven. With the completion of this sovereign Moorish American Consular Court action, we, the heirs, do hereby peaceably tribute to ourselves and to our sovereign heirs that which is rightfully ours, according to the will of our eternal, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, infinite, self-existent, self-sufficient ancestors who are present here for this court action and who are within us now and forever. This sovereign Moorish American consular court action is hereby complete. Peace and grand rising to the ascended Moorish American nobility, and grand rising to all of risen humanity. Islam, Islam, Islam. Islam, Islam, Islam. This court is adjourned. Peace, family. Have a great one. Have a great one.
This session is no longer being recorded.